Hi there, I'm Mike. What I have for you today is, I'm guessing this is February Zanini Box. I think we did January. It's usually on time, but we are more than halfway through February and I just got this. Now granted, it had been a week or so since I checked my P.O. box, so it could have been sitting in there for a week. Zanini is usually a lot faster. They're more on the ball typically than this. I usually have it before even the first day of the month. The lateness is usually on my part. I'm just pulling everything out of here because he sends me everything. So this is Zanini Box. If you are not familiar with Zanini Box and how this works, it is a box of cards, magnets, and pins. And if that is your jam, then I think this could also be your jam. If it's not your jam, then what I love to do with this, because it's not honestly super my jam, but I love to go through this and just talk about the different properties that this brings up, because we usually have a couple of pretty good ones here. Let's start with the cards. The cards are something that are sort of a newer addition. You get 9 cards in the Zanini Box. You get a whole sleeve with the cards inside of them. It's kind of fun. There's 3 comic book ones, there's 3 movie or TV show ones, and there's 3 video game ones. So let's go through these one at a time here. First, we have Captain America #1. This was published on March 1st, 1941. Writers Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. The cover's by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby as well. So this is just some classic stuff. And I know all that because on the back, we have the info right there. There's also a spot to get it signed. There's a QR code if you want to purchase it digitally. There's a lot of stuff going on here. The next one we have is the Hulk #2 by Marvel Comics, of course. Released May 1st in 1999 by John Byrne and art by Ron Garney. I don't really know who any of those people are, but I do like the Hulk, and that is a cool looking cover for sure. Also, these cards are nice and thick. They're cardboard, but they're like a thick cardboard. Next, we have Superman #2 by DC Comics. It was published on October 4th, 1939. Writer Jerry Siegel, cover by Joe Shuster. This is the golden age Superman right there. Next, we're moving into movie and TV show territory with Forrest Gump, directed by Robert Zemeckis, distributed by Paramount. It was released on July 6, 1994. I remember this movie being a big deal when it came out. It was like one of those things where like it was everywhere. Everyone was like referencing it. It was like a whole big thing. Next, we have the 5th season of Game of Thrones. This was still back when Game of Thrones was considered to be good. This was released in 2015 on HBO. It won 12 Emmys, and rightfully so. Again, that was back when people cared about Game of Thrones. And then next, we have another Robert Zemeckis film. This is the 3rd in the Back to the Future trilogy. It was released on May 25th, 1990. I, again, was a child when this came out. I was 8 when this came out, and it was a big deal. Well, I think because Back to the Future 2 had just come out, and they came out relatively close to each other. Next, we have Destiny 2, developed by Bungie, published by Activision. It was released on September 6, 2017. I have never played any Destiny games ever. This is another one of those things where I wasn't really paying attention. It came out of nowhere, and then it went away just as fast. This is Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. It was released August 4th, 2020, and people stopped playing it about 2 months later or so. And then lastly, we have another classic Atari game. This was developed by Activision. This is the Keystone Capers, released in 1983 for the Atari 2600. I've not played that one either. I like these cards. They're fun little walks down memory lane. If you want to get the cards, it's $6. Now, you can get a combination with other stuff, but if you just want to get the cards, it's just $6. And I feel like for 9 cards and a little sleeve, it's not bad, especially with the quality of the cards. Next, we're going to move into the pins. Now, the pins are all nice quality enamel pins. I'm not getting paid to say that. I do want to say, because I didn't say this, Mr. Zanini sends these to me for free. I do not pay for them. He just likes my videos and he sends them to me. I don't receive payment and I don't have to give it a good review, but so far, I like the stuff. So let's talk about the pins real quick. First, we have the Thundercats. It's just the logo at the top right here, and I like that. That's the kind of pin I would put on a backpack or a denim jacket. Not that I own a denim jacket, but I like this pin. This is a cool pin. Next, we have the 9th in their DC sort of animated. This is the Aquaman. This is the blonde, kind of beefy Aquaman. This is the one probably with the hook hand that he gets eventually. Never been a fan of this Aquaman. Next, we have the Vision, or just Vision. This is the 7th in their Marvel offerings. Again, and the same style as all the rest of the Marvel. They just kind of cut him off at the arms, and he looks a little weird. It just looks like he's kind of hanging out like this. Vision, super popular right now. WandaVision, I am definitely watching that. Loving it. Super, super good. Can't wait to see where that story goes. Next, we have the second in our Warner Brothers kind of Bugs Bunny offerings. This is Daffy Duck. One of my favorites, I would say. Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, Taz. I mean, I love all of Warner Brothers stuff. I grew up watching them heavily, and Daffy was definitely, I would say I preferred Daffy to Donald growing up, but I like both. It's not like I'm saying I didn't like one, I like the other. I like them both, but I think overall I preferred Daffy because you could understand what he's saying. I don't know if that's actually true anymore. I think maybe Donald has more staying power being Disney and having more stuff, whereas Daffy, to me, like, I can't think of anything recently he's been in, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love Daffy Duck in that. Whereas the DuckTales 2017 cartoon is phenomenal. And lastly, as a part of the pins here, we have Man-at-Arms. This is the 3rd in the Masters of the Universe. I love Masters of the Universe. It was the earliest thing I remember growing up. It's the ultimate nostalgia, even more so than Transformers or G.I. Joe. Masters of the Universe is where it's at. It is my jam. So those are the pins. Now, if pins aren't your thing, maybe you can be enticed by magnets instead. Now, all of these magnets are just that. There are backings that you get to stick them. There's 3M sticks on the back, so you just kind of pair them up with the shape and then put them on, you know, whatever you can on your magnet. So there are different prices for these. This right here is the price for just the pins, but you can also, if you want to pair the pins with the cards, you can do that. If you want to pair the pins with the magnets, you can do that. Or if you just want to get the magnets, you can do that here. Or if you want to just get them all. There's pricing for everybody. I feel like the pricing is pretty good. If it's your first time ordering, you can use my name, mikekaess, to get 10% off your first order. And if you get them all, I believe you also get these nice little metal backings instead of the little rubber ones right here, and that's pretty cool too. So that's it. That's all I've got. Let me know down in the downstairs area, what did you think of these? What was your favorite? I think mine on the pins, I'm gonna say, oof, this is tough. Okay, last is Aquaman. I'm gonna say 4th is Vision. 3rd is Daffy Duck. This is the hard part. I'm gonna say Man-at-Arms is number 2, and my entire jam here is Thundercats. That is the order in which I like these, from least to best. Thundercats being best and Aquaman being worse. I feel like that's how I should judge everything in life. On a scale from Thundercats to Aquaman, how much do you like movies? I don't know. It kind of falls apart when you think about it too much. But for now, I like the idea. Anyways, let me know down in the downstairs area, what did you like? What was your favorite? I love to read and respond to all the comments. I'd also like to take a moment to thank these people here for supporting me on Patreon at an unboxing level or higher. Thanks a lot, guys. It means a lot to me. If you want to see your name on this list, you can head down to the downstairs area where my Patreon link is. If Patreon is not your thing, there's a couple other ways down there you can help the channel out, up to and including liking, sharing, subscribing, and hitting the bell to get more notifications when I do upload new stuff. But with that, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far, and I'll see you later. Bye.